Hi everybody, I'm Chad.
I'm Brandon.
We are back with a high K-pop video, and I already know, gonna be an absolute banger.
I know, we're so stoked.
Yeah.
We have been waiting
God, I
months.
literally just drove back into town 6 hours and we're filming right after that because I'm not waiting any longer to see it.
It's like a premiere. It's like our premiere.
And it is a Rosé solo premiere. Solo
On the
debut.
ground. On the ground. I'm so stoked.
I know next to nothing about it because I have been out of town. I've been out of the loop and off social media. I'm coming in with big expectation, but knowing nothing about it. I know it's going to be good.
I do know she's a co-writer on the song.
That's so cool.
So it's so awesome, and I'm really excited. And it's all in English, apparently.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
what
interesting. Well, she's a great English speaker, so it's not like
Exactly.
it would be a challenge for her.
Yeah.
But that is interesting.
Yeah, I watched interviews. Her English is amazing.
Yeah.
She kind of comes across like the spokesperson for Blackpink. She's the one that speaks
She may be
for
the
the
best
group.
English speaker, I guess.
Yeah, I think she is. She grew up in, was it Australia or New Zealand?
One of the two.
Yeah.
She was studying there and everything else. But I'm just excited for Rosé to get some spotlight here. I think
Absolutely.
it's well deserved. The one thing I did see about it is I saw the view count an hour after it uploaded. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And 5 hours later, it was like 25 million. Something crazy. I have no idea what. It's a lot. I'm excited.
Gosh. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Ready to dive in?
Yeah, let's do it. Like Captain Marvel action.
I know. It actually does feel like that.
Is that a bomb?
It definitely feels vintage.
Wow. Oh yeah. What does it say? American art on the wall.
The vibe so far is very old school, almost like a 90s feel.
Like a vintage old school Hollywood. The chandeliers. I like that. It's like Vogue.
Yeah.
Almost like.
I'm having a hard time picking up
Yeah.
what is going on so far. Like in terms of
Exactly.
the lyrics.
And she sings about a guy.
Really fits her vibe. It's melodramatic, but it's powerful without feeling like Rosé has to be over the top.
Who's the guy? Like she co-wrote the song.
It's like almost she's back, this guy, somebody's on her mind. I really like this part.
It's so good. The pre-chorus, yeah. And
Roses are dead, love is fake.
it almost looks like angels are wearing giant roses.
Right.
They're dead.
Love is fake.
Like the dichotomy, like the steps leading up to heaven, like roses are dead.
She's talking about she worked her whole life. I'm never coming down. Worked your whole life towards what? What did you leave behind, like your past life?
This is sick. This beat
Yeah.
drop. Wow. Love.
So much destruction.
Yes. Is she using a metaphor about her journey to stardom, or her career, or just her normalcy of wanting to be a normal person? Yeah. And there's roses everywhere. Like I feel like the theme is so.
I'm way up in the clouds, and they say I made it now, but I figured it out. Everything I need is on the ground.
Interesting. Everything's on the ground.
When she's sitting at the piano playing, there's another version of her, the present version of herself talking to a past version or a future
It could
version.
be.
But it was definitely her, right?
Yeah.
There were two of her.
Had to.
So far from you now, but I figured it out. Everything I need is on. Everything I need is on the ground.
Whoa. She's in the rose field.
Right.
She's lifted up.
It's kind of this idea that she's floating up to heaven.
It seems like I have it all,
Yeah.
but like I'm just a
I
girl.
can for sure see that.
Wow, that's insane.
Where is that? Already? You're kidding. actually is a fairly short song when it comes to K-pop. What I love about this, probably more than anything else, is that I feel like she's very much herself, and I think that allows her to display her vocal abilities, her creative side.
Absolutely. I think the most shocking thing to me is it did not feel like Blackpink.
No,
I don't think it did
at all.
I think that's why I was so shocked, because when we watched Jennie solo, it feels like Blackpink, but this did not.
This did not.
And even her vocals, they were so amazing, but they didn't mirror the vocals that she usually performs in the Blackpink music.
I think I recognize her voice fine, but the vibe and the feeling is totally different than a Blackpink song. It's really good.
And it's so interesting because I feel like in Blackpink's music, she usually has the grassroots spin on the song. It always slows down, but this song, it was upbeat. It actually surprised me how unique that was.
Yeah.
It was very much her own, very specific niche.
In a lot of ways, I think that song will appeal to fans that are traditionally not into K-pop, because it doesn't strike me as a traditional K-pop song.
Not at all. And maybe that's why it's all in English, except where the background vocals in Korean.
I didn't know if they were vocals or if they were just sound effects. It was hard to tell.
Because it sounded almost like I was like a different language, but obviously
that was
it would
the
be
one
Korean.
part that made it feel a little more K-pop-y to me.
Yes.
Was kind of the background sound effects or vocals or whatever that was. I mean, that song very easily, you could see it running through the radio here. People just be like, oh, that's a really cool song. It wouldn't be like, oh, that's a K-pop song they're playing on the radio.
Exactly.
Which is interesting.
Very interesting. And maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but that's one of my favorite things about K-pop is when they do sing the rap or a verse in Korean, even though I don't understand Korean. I love it. I think that's what makes K-pop have an X factor to it, is that emphasis on switching back and forth. And so I was a little bit surprised. I do hope she does have some work in the future that is traditional K-pop, where it's switching back and forth.
To me, you can tell that she had a lot of influence on it. My hands are all over that in terms of what I see her personality is from things that we've seen. I think that shines through a ton in this music video.
Yeah, I think it hit you halfway through the video when she's like, everything I need is on the ground. But that opening line, my life's been fantastic. Basically, like, my life seems like it's a fantasy or like it's better than reality, but really everything that she needs and everything that she wants is a normal life. It's on the ground.
It's already on the ground.
I mean, I don't know. Is that what she's saying?
Maybe. What I like about music and K-pop and all these things is that it's self-expression, it's creation. Right?
Yeah.
I just feel like Rosé does a very, very good job of self-expression, of creating something that's very her and reflective of who she is. And so it's not just music, but it's connection to. And I think she nailed it on this.
And she has that innate acting ability that really allows the connection to shine through. Would you say my bias? But she's my favorite dancer in Blackpink, easily. And so I was like, dang, I wish there was a little more of like that dance breakdown.
It was a little bit of a slower song.
But then the chorus hits and the pre-chorus, I think, is the best part of the song.
Pre-chorus is extremely good.
Like, it's so catchy.
And she does. You mentioned her acting ability. We've seen it in other music videos.
Almost every single one. She has that artistry of acting that is
that's
really
and it's
powerful.
like, I would be 0% surprised to see her at some point try out acting. Appear in a Korean drama. Because you see that crossover a lot with K-pop stars. You can just tell that she's got it. She'd be able to do it.
She has the star power for sure.
That was Rosé's debut music video.
So sick.
So good. Looking forward to watching that again. Got a lot of rewatch values. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.